like 9 a.m. I was getting ready this morning and I was sitting at my card reading table because it's the same table that I used to get ready. And certain decks were calling out to me randomly. So I knew there's some messages that want to come out to the collective. We're going to do a reading today. So I haven't done anything else. I haven't even logged in to my part-time at-home job yet. I'm going to do this reading first and then I'll take care of business. Okay, so yeah, just chilling. Grab a coffee, grab a tea, a drink, water, whatever it is you like. And let's see what messages Spirit has for us this morning, the day before the worm moon in Virgo. It's like the start of the spring equinox. I don't exactly know what messages are going to come out, so I'm not sure what I'm going to call the title of this video yet. It might just be like bonus messages, surprise messages. But we're going to start off with the Secret Language of Color cards by Ina Segal. I actually have two Ina Segal decks here. I don't know if I'm saying her name right, but and they both called out to me today, so they really wanted to get some messages out. I love this deck. This is one of the first decks I ever got. It's my favorite. One of my classics. And this one's just already wants to come out and say hi. Oh, wow, that's very fitting. I'll show you in a second. I'm going to get one more. So we're going to get two color energies to start off the reading. We already got one, so can we please get one more color? Flipped right out. Okay, so the first card that came out is brown. Very fitting for the full moon this week because it's called the worm moon, which is symbolic of the time of season when like earthworms are fresh coming like out of the soil and birds are swooping down to do their feeding, get their worms for their babies. Okay, so this card says establish boundaries. It's also number 12. The number 12 could be significant, but this established boundaries. So right now with this energy, this springtime energy, this energy of new life and rebirth and just springtime and blooming and all the good stuff that we're about to go into heading into the spring and summer months. The energy right now is really sacred. It's very sacred. And this card's telling you to establish boundaries, to protect your sacred energy. Even if you don't view your energy as sacred, it is. And so when things pull at you, when you tell someone, yes, I'll do that for you, but you really don't want to do that, that's a boundary that you can establish. You're allowed to say no to things that do not bring you joy or do not serve your highest purpose. We are here first and foremost to satisfy our own soul's life plan. We maybe came here to assist with the journey of other souls or assist with other souls' life plans. But first and foremost, we have to know and figure out our life plan of why we're here before we can be of true service to the people around us. This card is just really amazing for coming out right now because it's just a confirmation of this energy right now that's so holy, like it's holy ground. Like look what can rise from the soil, this like life, this fresh life. This is a Virgo full moon, by the way, which is a great time for purging unaligned energies. Virgos are very analytical and like system oriented, so it's kind of like a get down to business. Let's just start manifesting your dreams and toss out all the stuff that doesn't serve you, that you're not aligned with anymore. And you can do that by establishing those boundaries. Now the other card that came out, and this is really cool, is that green came out. So we have brown and green that came out in the Virgo worm moon. Very springtime, earthy feels. as well, Earth, Virgo's an earth sign, so green and brown are very earthy colors. So it's just showing how potent this energy is right now. And so this green is saying revitalize your nervous system. That's it. Purge things that do not bring you joy. Anything that is sucking energy from you in the form of making you worried or anxious or causing you to stress, toss it. Or figure out ways that you can release this energy from your life through baby steps. Do what you have to do for your own peace of mind, because again, that's why you're here. Sometimes we don't want to take responsibility for our lives and for the paths that we've chosen, the decisions that we've chosen. Oh no, my life is just stressful. Well, if you keep affirming that to yourself, then your life will always be stressful. So until, we change the narrative and revitalize your nervous system, that can start in your mind. Start rewiring your mind. It's a trickle-down effect into your body. When you start injecting self-love into your mind and surfing on higher frequencies, the lower frequencies can't reach you anymore. And that is the revitalization that your nervous system needs, that your light body's coming through. You are a being of light and joy, and it does not serve you. It doesn't serve anyone to be doing things that dim our spirit. That is why our world is suffering. That's why we're in chaos right now, because we came here to do things that bring us passion and bring us joy. And we are living in a world that doesn't allow us to do so at the moment. So brown and green coming through strong with some springtime earthy messages for us. And green is number 31, so that number could be significant, maybe March 31st. For some of you, April 12 is sticking out. Aries season coming up. A great time to start manifesting, taking action, to take advantage of this energy so that you can, come harvest season in September, you can start reaping what you've been sowing right now. So claim back those boundaries, even just conscious boundaries. If you truly feel like you are a victim in your life, the way out of that feeling is through your mind. So you have to claim that power though for yourself. No one can claim that for you. And one additional message that's coming through is a clear message, I think. Get outside. This spring, go outside. Let the earth rejuvenate you. Go for walks and hikes in nature. Breathe in the fresh air. Stop and smell the flowers. Pick up litter off the earth and just give thanks for this beautiful planet that we are actually here to be stewards of. And we're not doing the best job right now. So I feel like we could do a much better job for our planet. I think a big part of the last 2 years is that it has cut off, being so secluded has cut off like our life force energy in a sense, that feeling of connection to others, to the world around us, to life. We become so compartmentalized in our houses or staring at the little screen on our phone all day that we forget the beauty of it all and why we're here. And we get so into our minds and our heads, and we forget that the whole point of even being here and being human is to experience the amazing, wondrous land that is Earth, a planet that is Earth. So, I just think this is telling us it's a perfect time to realign ourselves, to get rid of any energy that is not serving you. And the way to get rid of it, to inject a loving thought into your mind right in the middle of a bad feeling, right in the middle of a negative spiral of thoughts. That's when your light is most powerful. When you can shine a light on those thoughts and be like, why are you judging me right now? Or why are you judging this person right now? Why am I reacting this way? When you can own up to that, that is amazing conscious self-growth. And that's what this energy of this springtime energy right now is calling for. It's very exciting. Now I know why these messages wanted to come out. So the next deck that I'm going to use is the Numenos Astro deck. This is like an astrology deck. I have not used it in a reading yet, so I'm excited to try it out. And this is just going to maybe give us some ideas of like certain themes, that specific themes in our lives that maybe these energies could be relating to. So let's see what energies want to come. Oh, this one will not go back in. Second house came out when I was shuffling earlier. Wow. Second house is about material possession, all of those things like the ego's desires, worldly desires. This is telling me that all of those things, those aspects of our lives are undergoing a crazy transformation right now. So you might be asking yourself, what is it that makes me happy? You know, maybe I live in this big house or I have all these things and I'm still not happy. There's something inside of me that is still not happy. This is you needing to play detective now and getting to the root cause in your life of your negative emotions or your negative thoughts or just things that don't fulfill you. Be honest with yourself. Honesty is the whole point of everything, to be honest. So let's see what we have here. We have second house, assets, material world, finance, possessions, talent, values, solidity, worthiness, wardrobe, luxuries, credit score, security, aesthetics. So there could be some things, maybe you can't afford a lifestyle that you once were able to give to yourself. And that's where your values are undergoing a transformation. You're trying to find more value in yourself rather than in the world out there. And that is such a brave and courageous act. And I don't mean the world out there like the physical world where I was saying, you know, go out there and get some fresh air. I'm saying the world that's out there to distract you, the high society, the media, the celebrities, the propaganda, all of that. Let go of that world to pay attention to the true beauty and nourishment of this planet that is really here to sustain us. But for our planet to do that job, we have to sustain it as well and sustain ourselves. So it's like a cycle of give and take. And once we become more balanced, our planet will instantly become more balanced. It's just a natural law. There's a big shift. So don't be scared. If something in your life is crumbling, it's crumbling for a reason. And it's not to tear you down. It's to bring you higher. It's to make you understand why you're going through this. Well, you're going through this because this stuff's not really important. So you need to dig through that chest, that treasure chest, find the true nugget of gold, which is, you know, inside you, in your mind. And that's what you're being called to do with these messages coming out right now, is just reassess what motivates you, what drives you. And if it's this, are you ever going to be truly fulfilled if it's only materialistic necessities that you have? At some point, that will wear away, that will fade away. And you will be left with a feeling of emptiness because you can't take any of that with you when you go. So I do believe the reason we're here is to learn the truth of who we are and why we're here, so that we can bring our truth through to create the best world for ourselves. And in doing that, we have to realize and come to terms that maybe we've been duped with this false world of, you know, wealth is power. And I don't believe wealth is power. I believe wealth to some people can be a sickness, can be an addiction. And I believe if you want to find your true value as a human, which is every single soul's birthright on this planet, we are not required by anyone to come here and be millionaires. But it is of our greatest potential to come here and learn how to love ourselves, because that is the greatest gem of all. And in that one gem of learning to love yourself and knowing that you are love, and so love is all that you can create with, you are free and there's nothing to be upset about. So this whole spring, summer is a huge transforming time for the collective. I really do feel. And I'm feeling this on a personal level too. So I'm going through it with everyone. Let's see if we can get one more from the Numenos Tarot. Capricorn. Capricorn is energy is coming in to align you to your goals, to your highest potential. Look at that. The boss is coming in. That boss energy, that big D energy is coming in to save you. But that energy is coming up from within yourself. It's clearing out the bullshit. It's like, this thought's got to go. This boundary's got to be set. It's letting you know what you need to do to get things done, to take advantage of this powerful energy so that you can use it to your best advantage and not let what's going on in the world right now distract you from the true power that you have as a conscious creator. So with this Capricorn energy, we have characteristics of serious, authoritative, ambitious, realistic, structured, traditional, wise, enduring, accomplished, badass, majestic, competent, prepared, down to earth, corporate, reserved, rigid, disciplined. So there's a lot of ways you could go with that, but the main energy I'm getting is that Capricorn's coming in. Capricorn is known as like the boss. Like, they give no shits. They're just there to achieve their goals, and they will leave no stone unturned. Capricorn is the mountain goat energy, the like, I can do it on my own. I'm going to climb this cliff and just hang out chilling on the side of it because I want to see the view from up here. Okay, so Capricorn just wants to do their own thing, but they know what they need to do and they know why they're here. It's an energy of knowing your purpose and not caring what people think. Like, yeah, I'm just going to come here and chill up here on this mountaintop and look down at y'all because that's what I came here to do. Just that like Capricorn energy of I don't know, it's kind of a holier than thou type of energy, but there's so much I have so much gratitude for that energy because it really does help us to get things done, and it's a very motivating energy to have around in your life. So this energy is coming up. This could be coming up someone around you. This could be a Capricorn coming in to help you set boundaries, or however it could relate to you in whatever your intuition is telling you. Okay, so we're going to get a couple tarot cards, just a couple, because I have 2 more decks to get through. We have Lightseer's Tarot, this one by Chris Ann. Okay. All right, so what energies would like to join us here with second house, Capricorn, and these earthy, Capricorn is also an earth sign. Virgo is an earth sign as well, and we are also approaching Taurus season, so there's so much earth energy coming up in these cards right now. And Taurus is the second sign of the zodiac, so something is going to be grounded in your reality. Like, something is coming in to be grounded and anchored here. So if you've been living a lot in your head for the last few months or couple of years, things are ready to go. Earth energy is a very slow moving, steadfast energy. So this is kind of showing that, you know, things have taken its time to blossom, but everything's aligning in divine timing. And when you can just surrender to that and just know it's out of my hands, it will happen when it's meant to, you are released from so many worries when you do that. And as I was shuffling the Lightseers, one card popped out. Strength. Okay, so with this Strength card, I'm getting vibes of, like, if you see, she's like part lion and then she's got a lamb down there, so that's giving me the vibes of like the lion and the lamb, of like innocence and patience, and life has been wanting to align you, but there are certain things that we need to learn, even collectively, individually, before certain dominoes can fall into place. So you may have been in instances recently where you're like, why am I in this situation right now? And it feels like it makes you want to turn away from faith because you think, I'm a victim. No loving God would put me in this situation. But we are put in any situation, even bad situations, for our highest soul's growth. And that can be really hard for some people to comprehend. but I do feel like we have all been so strong and patient and doing what we're told for the last couple of years. And there's a slow, steady fire that has been burning within us. And we are coming back into the world, into society now, knowing more about our purpose. And so these energies are just coming up to say, fully step into this fresh, new energy so that you can start manifesting visions that you really want for your life, and not manifesting unconscious worries that have nothing to do with how you actually want your life to pan out. Okay? This is a really, really big message right now, is strength, and that's conscious strength. Take your conscious power back from the unconscious mind. When you feel that unconscious mind kick in and those stream of thoughts start going, inject a loving thought. And anyone sitting there who's like, no, I'm not going to do that. Okay, then don't. And keep suffering or keep being a judgmental person. And, you know, life's just going to keep calling you out on it until you're willing to call yourself out on it. And it takes a really big person to do that. So if you don't want to be that bigger person and be able to be like, yeah, maybe I do judge a lot, or I could see how I perceive things from a certain view when I could be looking at it from a completely different view. Like when you can shift your perspective, there's so much power in that ability. I encourage everyone to develop that skill. Strength is the 8th card of the major arcana. So the number 8 could be significant to some people. That's Leo season, which is end of July, August, most of August. And it's a really powerful energy. And I'm wondering what's driving all this energy in this reading, because this is all like feeling like earthy energy to me. And so since earth energy is very slow, I'm like, what's driving this? But it's patience. It's that inner strength. It's the inner drive that you may have once had the innocence of this lamb, but like we have turned into this lion or this lioness energy. We know what we want now. And it's just saying, trust yourself. If you have gotten this far, it's for a reason. Be your own shepherd. Lead your own self home. And you can do that by establishing those boundaries, going and getting fresh air, being in nature, connecting to this beautiful world that's all around us, making goals for yourself, setting out to achieve them, even if it's just conscious goals. If all you can do, if you are succumbing to many addictions in your life and you have no power, you feel like you have no power over certain things in your life, you always have the power to change a thought in your head. You just have to remember. So until you start remembering more and more, that's when it starts becoming a normal part of your day, and you just will start getting loving thoughts more and more, and then soon it's all that you will receive. And it's really, really amazing. But it starts with you choosing in the moment of having a negative thought that you're going to switch it and exchange it for a positive thought. Telling the universe, no, I'd like to trade in this thought, please. Let's trade it in for a happy thought. The universe will answer your request, but we fail to ask a lot of the times because we don't know we can. It's not really our fault. We were raised in this world that doesn't tell us that magic is real. Okay, so we're going to pull one more. It's going to be a really long reading, so let's get a couple more cards. One more tarot card. Please. What other energy? Whoa. We have the Two of Swords. Okay, this is interesting because not only is the moon tomorrow, the full moon, known as the worm moon, but it's sometimes also known as the crow moon because the crows caw, signaling like that, you know, they're going in for feeding for the earthworms and all that. So you can see here that there is a confusion. There's a mental confusion because this is the Two of Swords. There's some sort of confusion in your mind of you not knowing what to do or what path to take. And I would love to reiterate the fact that no matter how much confusion that you face in your world, if you don't know the direction that you're going, always choose to inject a loving thought. And through the injection of loving thoughts in your mind, you will be led to truth step by step. You're not just going to, bam, know the whole truth of your life in a second. That would be a lot of information to take in, but it comes piece by piece. It comes with you shining a light on this confusion. When you feel confused, telling yourself, oh, I feel confused right now. I call in clarity. I call in peace of mind. Call in the opposite thing of what it is you're thinking, and you will become it. A lot of us forget or don't know that we have this power and don't know that we can do this, but we really can. And it's mainly just getting through the belief that you can't. That's the only thing that's preventing us from being this powerful, being these powerful, conscious beings. So very interesting. So that Capricorn energy is going to come in and provide clarity for you. It's going to help to give you clarity. As well, like it's going to take that blindfold off. Like, this is the way I think of it. When you are stuck in the system of the mind, you are a victim to the thoughts that land in your head. So you are creating unconsciously because you aren't aware that those thoughts that you're picking up on have been created by someone else, and they're landing in your head, and then you're picking them up, festering and dwelling in them, and then sending them out to someone else to do the same thing. So this is a form of creating unconsciously. And the dogs out there confirming. They're like, yep, she's right. She's onto something. So when you choose the thoughts you think, or when you learn that you have the ability, it's an ability that you have to build and develop. It's not just going to happen overnight. But when you develop this ability to consciously choose the thoughts that you want to think, those thoughts will come to you because you are calling them in, and they will help you create the life that you want to consciously manifest. And this is why conscious creation is so important, and it starts within. So anyone sitting there in doubt, in any feeling other than love and hope and joy right now, ask yourself, how is this doubt serving me in the moment? And what do I need to do to get past this doubt? Maybe your doubt's there to be like, hey, she's onto something. Like, recognize me. I'm here. Can you please heal me? Sometimes our unloved aspects of ourselves come up for healing from the light that's now been shown on our mind. So no one's bad for having any thought. Sometimes thoughts come to us to be transmuted into love, and thoughts come to us because a lot of the times the people they come to are healers, are very sensitive souls, and we came here to do that. We came here on a mission to serve this purpose to humanity, but we are not yet in our conscious power, so we don't know how to do so consciously. And until we know how to do that consciously, our unconscious mind is just going to rule us and rule our lives and have us feeling like we are victims when we are not. So we are going to end with the Heal Yourself reading cards. We'll get one or two of these. Beautiful deck that I've used once or twice. Big sigh from Shadow over there. So main energies I'm picking up with this reading is, now that it's springtime, this full moon is a great time to purge what we're not aligned with. Purge anything in your mind, in your life that you can, that is causing confusion. And seek clarity. Call in clarity. You have that power. But until you recognize that you do, you won't know. So what energies? Whoa, that was way too many. That was half the deck. What energies would like to assist the collective in clearing what no longer serves them? There's a sturdy hand knowing exactly what card it wants to come out. It was these two. Oh, there's three. They're all stuck together. Anyway, these three. This team right here. What do we got? Healing. First one I see, number 21. April 21, March 21 could be significant for some of you. Healing. This is a time of intense healing. This is what I said about the energy right now being so sacred, fertile. When you look at the soil, look at how fertile that new life, that new plant is blooming. This is the perfect time to heal ourselves. And if you don't know where to start with your mind. It doesn't cost anything to inject a loving thought. You don't need to pay a guru any money to inject a loving thought into your mind, and that is what is going to save the whole world. So let's all just start doing this. You don't even have to tell anyone that you're doing it. Just start injecting loving thoughts in your life and see how you begin to shift. Your perspective will shift. You'll wake up feeling better every day. It's kind of like that fake it till you make it mentality. Even if you don't love yourself, when you start calling in love, you will eventually love yourself. That's just the way it is. So, number 21, healing. And look at that, like she's cupping this flame, like she's realized this power that she holds within her. I'm using her as the character on the card, but take it however it resonates. But it's like you're realizing your ability, your power for the first time consciously. And you're looking at it and you're like, you're noticing this light inside you and you're like, wow, like I don't know what to do with this. How far can I go with this? How big can this flame get? And that's all going to depend on how much conscious inner work you do and how much you're willing to do. And anytime you forget, it's okay. Sometimes we go back into the unconscious. But when you remember, you remember. And that's amazing. That's a step in the right direction. And we also got, she came out with entrapment. Number 34. So if you see, there's this figure behind her. And this could be the confusion. This could be going along with the confusion. There could be a situation in your life that you feel trapped in. And that's why you can't see clear, because you don't see a way out and you have lost hope. And the way out is always through your mind. No matter what situation you are in, the outside world is a reflection of your inner world. And that's why all of our outside worlds are different. You know, all of the things that they put on the TV for us to pay attention to, that is only real to the people who buy in and pay attention to those stories that they're trying to sell and feed you. If you recognize those stories as not your truth, then they don't exist for you. And you are free to use your own conscious power to manifest and create a life that you do believe in and that will serve the highest good of all, and will not cause fear and worry and anxious feelings being sent into the collective. So take back your inner power. No matter what situation you're in, if you are in a relationship that is very controlling and you feel trapped, maybe you have a deep love for this person and empathy and compassion because you're a sensitive soul, but you feel like they're sucking the life out of you or something like that, and you just don't know your way out. Maybe you have children with this person and you don't want to be separated from your children, and you know, life gets complicated. I totally get that. You always have the power to inject loving thoughts into your mind and let those loving thoughts work miracles for you without knowing how they're going to do so. That's having trust with life. That's saying, I understand that I have this ability to change my thought, and I understand that in choosing to do so and consistently choosing to do so, I will reap the rewards of doing that process, of that conscious inner work in my mind, okay? And that's a trust that you will begin to develop with life. And as you do that, your faith will deepen and you will know that you are on your path. And you will be released from the things that imprison you through miracles in whatever way the life will bring them in. But it has to start with you in your mind. You need to get out of this victim, if you're in any sort of victim mindset, that this is coming up to be cleared during this full moon. So let go right now. This is a really great time for release or for grounding things into the world. So journaling, creating, playing, just having fun with this energy that's here right now and letting go of the sadness, of the power that, have the feeling that you have no power in the situation, because you do. You just don't think you do. And it's just that belief that you need to get through. And the other one that came out was 29, discover your life purpose. Okay, so there's lots being purged right now in the collective, and it's to align us all to our true life purpose, because all of our souls came here to do certain things. That's why we like the things that we like, because our souls have been perfecting those things and doing those things time after time, because they are things that our soul resonates with. Like, I love writing. I love to write. I love speaking. So I know that those are skills and abilities and tools that my soul has used in past lives and has cultivated over many past lives to be able to use consciously to serve me in this life. So I worked in the events industry, and I always say that I'm helping to organize one of the biggest events, which is the shifting of human consciousness to a more telepathic, higher perception. I say that I'm the commander of the ship, because why not? It doesn't serve me to act any less than that. So do whatever you need to do to empower yourself to feel good every day. And make that music, sit out under the stars, do things that make your soul feel happy. Surround yourself around energies that you are aligned with. Ask for loving thoughts to come into your mind, to work miracles in your life, to release you from situations that are not motivated by love. I love this reading. This was a very beautiful reading and seems like a very important message that had to come out to the collective. So I hope that that resonated with some of you, and I will see you all in my next video. Love and light. Bye, Starlit Souls.